feel to get some preseason action and for the first time in a long time get into a game?
Felt good. Just being back out there with the guys. Felt like myself again. So.
Where were you on that game-winning touchdown pass to Myra? Who was on the one as you kind of saw the play?
Saw the play, and then just Myra just jumped out of nowhere and just snagged it. I know Myra, he a real baller. I've been here with him since my rookie year, so that was great for that guy, and that was pretty cool.
What was the celebration on the sideline like between all
We
that
we was all just slapping fives and just so excited because Reed, he did a scramble drill, practice and practice, and he just laid it up there for one of these guys and go make a play.
You talk about where you feel you are right now after what's it been more than a week that you've been back practicing and everything, and now finally getting into the game.
Feel real good now, just being out there getting game action, game reps. So, at first I was just kind of like, I wonder what it feel like to play against some other people, somebody trying to tackle me and all that. So, being back out there definitely made me feel way more comfortable.
Listen, hearing the promotion and here, you can't tell people that these games don't mean anything. Is that what it's?
Was just trying to play Dolphin football. So.
I saw all the guys who weren't dressed. They were your biggest cheerleaders. What does it mean to have a team like that?
It's pretty good, them guys is just encouraging us, We on a away game, so definitely they're going to have to be our biggest cheerleaders because, there ain't no fans in the stands. So, just having those guys around and just cheering everybody on, keeping everybody's spirits up, it's good for, players to go make game-winning catches like that. So.
Well, first I'd like to, I just want to send thoughts, prayers, condolences to the soldiers who died in Afghanistan. We have a lot of freedoms and liberties in this country, and we have those because of their sacrifice. And I just wanted to send thoughts, prayers, and condolences to the families, loved ones of those soldiers. And it's a sad day. It's been a sad few days, I should say.
Thank you for that, Ryan. We'll get to the game, of course, but yesterday report named the Dolphins front runner in trade talks for Deshaun Watson. Your reaction, and are you and Greer still pursuing Deshaun Watson?
Reports, speculation, not things we really get into. Look, I understand the question, but as I've said in the past, any conversations that we have or don't have with other clubs are going to be internal. I've been pretty steadfast about that. With our players, with other clubs, and that'll remain the case.
Could you address your confidence in Tua, and did you have to address it with them? Did you have any talks with them?
I'm very confident in Tua. He's done a lot of good things this spring, this offseason, this training camp. Played well last week. And again, my conversations with the players, are going to always remain between me and that player. So I talk to a lot of players every day. Obviously, I spend a lot of time with the quarterbacks. But yeah, those conversations will remain between myself and that player.
Coach, you got three preseason games done. You got 2 more weeks before the season opener. Are you optimistic where you're at right now? Are you happy, or do you like where you're at right now from what you've done up to this point?
I think there's a lot of things that I like. I think we got a good group that works hard. They have good camaraderie. They have fun playing together. Hopefully, people who watch us can see that. Really worked hard, and I think we're moving in the right direction. But there's still a lot of work to be done. I've always felt like preseason, training camp, preseason games, you're still kind of forming your team, and I would say that's the case for us right now. What role are certain guys going to play? I think that'll be determined some of it's been determined over training camp, and more of it we'll see through these next 2 weeks of practice, and obviously when we get into regular season games. But I like where we're at. I mean, I like the guys we have. You know, they're tough, they're smart, they're competitive, and you know they work. And I think when you work and you get a lot of guys going in the right direction, in the same direction, there's potential for a lot of improvement.
So talk about this game a little bit. Reed Stinnett, he comes in, plays the whole game, and 340-something yards, a couple touchdowns, and looked pretty sharp out there.
Yeah, I was excited for Reed, another young player who's was on our practice squad last year. Has really made a lot of improvements, and got an opportunity today and took advantage of that opportunity. And I thought he played well. He led. He made some big throws, took some hits. You know, every play wasn't perfect. You know, had an interception early, but battled back. Really led that group. You know, there's a lot of guys who played a lot of football today. Really played a full game, and had to battle through. And Reed was one of them. But he was also a guy who was very supportive and, you know, bringing guys along throughout the game, and battled to the bitter end, and you know made a play at the end. So I was excited for him.
You only dressed 45 guys.
Yep.
Limited roster spots available. Were there some guys out there today that may have earned a job?
Certainly some guys out there who review the film. But you know, as I just observed throughout today's game, there were some guys who are close that played well, and then there's some hard decisions we're going to have to make coming up in these next couple of days. And myself, our staff, Chris and his staff, you know, we'll talk about it. We'll talk through a myriad of things, of reasons to keep guys, to not keep guys, and at the same time, we're looking at the various players who might be available on other teams. So, you know, there's a lot that goes on these next couple of days, and we'll certainly be busy.
Brian, we saw Camaraderie plays, Khalil McClain, Malcolm Perry. There's a game like today to kind of encapsulate how difficult it is to, like you said, make those decisions, especially in the wide receiver room.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, all those guys went out there today and played well. Got open, caught the ball, made big plays, tough catches in critical situations. You know, Kirk at the end of the game to, you know, pull us within one score. Malcolm made plays the entire day. Khalil makes a back shoulder throw, which, you know, we've been working on that. It was good to see it. You know, see that in the game. So yeah, there's a lot of guys who a lot of competitive players in that room, and really throughout the team. So yeah, it'll be some tough decisions that we have to make.
A couple nice moments for Jared Jones, who played college ball here, of course.
Yeah. Tough, smart, loves to play, competitive, team first. Really all the attributes we're looking for in a Miami Dolphin. Smart kid, and you know, thought he played well. I thought he ran it well. Thought he did a nice job in protection, and I'm pleased with where he is.
The team announced yesterday that it acquired Greg Nance in
Yeah.
the trade with the Ravens.
Yep.
Obviously, he wasn't able to, play in any decent games for you, but
Right.
what do you see him? How does he kind of play into the offensive line?
Oh yeah, we're excited to get Greg. Watched a lot of tape on him. Has a lot of film from you know, this year and previous years. Versatility to play center guard, tough, competitive. Has some from what I've heard and what I've heard from people I feel, you know, have good connections with. There's some leadership there with him as well. So we're excited to have him.
What does that mean for Matt Skura? What have you seen from him this camp? And
I think Matt's played well. And again, Matt's another guy who's you know, experienced player, played a lot. You know, we're gonna have tough decisions to make in that room, as well as, I mean, we've talked about that. You know, I mentioned that earlier, across the board. So he's you know, Matt's a good player. You know, again, he showed leadership. So yeah, some tough decisions we're gonna have to make.
Coach, regardless of any talks with other teams, unfortunately, this fan base would like to hear the team say they're not interested in Deshaun Watson. Would you say that? Feel comfortable saying that?
I mean, I would say I'm interested in the players that are on our team. You know, that's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in, you know, Reed Sinnett, who went out there and played, you know, his butt off tonight. I'm interested in Jared Dokes, who we talked about, you know, a second ago. I'm interested in the guys who, you know, that didn't play today, that, you know, we're focused on our recovery and being fresh for next week. That's what I would say. I mean, I'm interested in the players on the Miami Dolphins.
How we doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing all right. It was a fun game.
Can you kind of break down that last play? What happened? We saw you kind of move around and finally able to, get that pass to Chris. Just kind of break that down for us.
Yeah, it's 4th and long. You know, you're trying to make a play. Kind of got flushed out of the pocket initially, and you know that's normally not something you just throw up. But 4th down and with the game on the line, just tried to give somebody a chance. And you know, I got knocked down. I didn't even see the ball get caught. So I got the wind knocked out of me, and I'm sitting there, you know, expecting the game to be over, and I heard our guys start cheering. So it was a fun moment. I'm glad it was Chris that caught it. You know, I got to watch him work all summer. I've worked, you know, we worked together a lot this offseason, and it's great to, you know, watch all these guys have success today.
I know you were down, so you were able to kind of be in the middle of the mob.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to the locker room, I know it's just the last preseason game, but what's the emotions like in the locker room after a game like that?
It was a lot of fun. You know, we always want to win, and so I think that's what everybody's so happy about. And you know, that's, you know, we went out and figured out a way to win. And so it was exciting coming back in, and you know, you win a game like that, there's always a little bit of buzz in the locker room.
How about handling that? You're playing the whole game. When did you find out that both Tua and Jacoby were the same that you were handling everything?
I don't know if there was a certain point, but you know, once we started, I got a chance to help game plan. You know, I kind of knew that I was going to be out there for quite a bit, and you know, going out there and getting to play a whole game, it's exactly what I wanted. You know, I'm getting a chance to show that, you know, I can operate the game from start to finish, work the situations, you know, find ways to win, and you know, I think we did that tonight. And you know, Dokesy ran the ball really, really well. The offensive line did a good job protecting. Kirk made some plays down the stretch, and so it was awesome, you know, practicing with those guys and, you know, their limited reps to see all those guys have so much success. So it was a lot of fun to be out there.
Down the road, if you're ever put into a situation, a regular season game where guys go down, what does this do that you've got the confidence now that you've done it on NFL Stadium, NFL field?
Yeah, you know, I think I can play at this level, and I think, you know, that's something that comes with that. But you know, it's taking steps here and there and trying to get better. And you know, I think today was a good step in trying to find ways to get better. And there's, you know, a few mistakes that I made throughout the game that I think would have made it a different situation. But it does help your confidence a lot, and it feels good to come away with a victory. And like I said, it's fun to be out there with those guys, and so that's the best part about, you know, getting to play the whole game.
Coming into training camp, this was a team that was really, really strong wide receiver at the top 4 or 5 spots, and obviously guys like Camaraderie and Chris McClain and Malcolm Perry making plays in the final preseason game. What can you say about kind of some of the guys at the end of the depth chart at wide receiver, you know, kind of playing with them and making plays today?
Malcolm and Kirk are two of my good buddies, so is Chris. And so, like I said, we worked together all summer. And so I saw the work that they put in and the sacrifices they made to make improvements. And so it's exciting to watch them, like I said, have success. And, you know, I don't know how the cards are going to fall, but, you know, I think they did a really good job out there to prove that, you know, this is something that they can do.
Somebody got a pretty special souvenir after the touchdown.
Yeah, Jacoby grabbed it and you know, ran it over to me. And then earlier in the game, the ball I threw to Kirk, he grabbed it and said, you know, go throw this to your mom. So that's pretty cool. I love that Jacoby's, you know, looking out for me. And, you know, he's coming to the sideline and locked in, trying to help me out with coverages and what we want to do next. And, I mean, I seriously love having him around. We sit next to each other in meetings, and, you know, I'll lean over and be like, you know, what do you do here? What's your thought process here? And he's not just, you know, shushing me and telling me to, buzz off or whatever. He's awesome and loves to talk about that stuff. And it's been a great resource for me.
Do you notice the guys that weren't playing, how into it they were? You watch them, maybe backups or even guys who are just trying to make the team?
Yeah, and I think this is a tight-knit team. I think that there's lots of guys that spend lots of time outside of the facility together. They're doing a good job of working together and making sure that they're ready when their time comes. And you can see it in practice that there's back and forth, ebbs and flows, offense, defense, and guys talk and are competitive and want to win. And so I think that's kind of the environment that we've created through Coach Flo, and it's from the top down, and it's great to be a part of.
What is that? Does it bring you back to being like a kid when you bring the ball to your mom?
A little bit. This was a kind of a surreal moment, getting to make a play like that. I still haven't seen it, so I got the game ball in my bag, so it feels pretty good headed back to Miami. Thank you.
How'd you feel out there today? Just this whole training camp. Just tell us how it's gone for you and where you feel you stand on this team.
Yeah, I mean, I've had, first thing, a lot of fun. I think that's the most important thing going into training camp, just being an older guy too. The offensive line room has been amazing with Jesse, Dieter, Lem, being able to bring in new guys and really being able to create that chemistry. So, yeah, I felt like I've had a good preseason, just kind of letting my tape speak for itself, and then just seeing whatever happens, happens.
You're a guy who's been a starter in this league, and you've been a lot with the second team. So how does a guy like you deal with that, and how do you push forward on that?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that is just competing with myself and just making sure that I'm prepared every day. And honestly, I just take it day by day. I know that's like the kind of catchphrase for everything, but really that just, you never know. You're one play away from, being in the starting spot, and so that's what I've learned over my career. So just got to stay patient and work hard.
The team traded for a center just yesterday. What was your reaction?
Yeah, I saw it right before getting onto the plane, and honestly, I just kind of put it in the back of my mind. I was like, I got to get ready for the Cincy game. Got to focus on that. I can't be giving that any energy because, yeah, I just wanted to put my energy towards a game. I had that to focus on, and so, yeah, not really thinking about it too much.
And about today's game, Reed, his performance, and you being the center for him a lot of the time. Just what did you see out of him?
Just being a competitor. I mean, that was the one thing that, all of us are, but I think, Reed really wanted to make his stamp, especially getting the start today, getting to play the whole game, being able to fight the way he did. He took a really hard hit on that touchdown pass and then came back and then converted the 2-point conversion was awesome to see. And so just seeing everyone rally around him, the rest of the guys, finishing the preseason on a win is huge. And so, yeah, I think we're all really happy for Reed.
Yeah, you spent a couple of years in Baltimore with a team that was able to, advance into the playoffs, be really successful. Being here with the younger team in Miami who's trying to get to that level, what can you say about the guys in the room and kind of their mental as they approach the other team?
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal. I mean, obviously you want to keep stacking games, win games, get to the playoffs, and then win a Super Bowl. And so being in those situations before, I think I can provide a lot of perspective in that way, especially for a group that is younger and is trying to figure out how to get there. And luckily I've been around a lot of guys in my career who won Super Bowls, have been in like the big championship games, and just kind of taking those little tidbits from them and giving it to the younger guys and the rest of the guys in the room. And so, yeah, just trying to give them my experience, and, I think that really goes a long way.
Can you talk about Michael Dieter? What you've seen from him?
We gotta go. Last question.
Yeah, Michael Dieter. Just talk about what you've seen from him.
Yeah, he's had a great camp, and, it's been great to kind of learn from each other, bounce ideas off each other, and, yeah, so it's been great.
Thanks,
Yep.
Matt.
You said you can't tell what?
Like, people say, you know, it's the last preseason game, it's no big deal, but judging from the reaction, getting a win, that's...
Oh yeah, I feel like these games definitely count. You know, especially the last game for players that don't get to play as much in the previous game. So this means a lot to them, and also it means a lot to the coaches just so they can go and see these guys that haven't got as many reps in a game and just see them go out there and compete.
What do you say about the way the defense performed overall, wrapping up the preseason, and you know, a lot of backups getting to play, but how do you guys feel?
I think we feel great. You know, preparation, we prepared good, had great practices during the week, and we feel good about the outcome.
You had a near interception there. What did you see on the play?
Yeah, I just saw the guy run over. I mean, I looked at him I saw him like through the quarterback, and once he threw it, I kind of thought he was gonna like tip it, but he didn't, and it just went right through my arms. I was sick though.
Last question.
Obviously, Tuesday, big day for a lot of guys. Where do you feel you stand on this team, and just is it stressful? What are the emotions at?
I mean, it's not stressful to me at least, because I know like I left it all out there on the field, and it's up to them to make the decisions. I know like it's a tough decisions that they have to make, but it's the nature of the business.
Thanks, Jamal.
That last play, just where we started playing, you know, obviously there were a lot of moving parts, but what do you see from your vantage point?
Yeah, 4th and 15, I think it was. You know, we need a big conversion there, and kind of just turned into a broken scramble play. Yeah, so I just, you know, followed my rules, took it deep. Reed gave me a shot, and just came down with it.
What do you feel like to have all the stars and everyone kind of lobby? You know, this is a game where they're not playing. It may not be much for them, but for some guys who are kind of competing for us as well.
Right.
What was it like to have that?
That was great. It was great. I think this game did mean a lot for those guys. You know, they're supporting this team. We've been through a long camp all together, so I think it was good for them to watch and show us support. So it was a great feeling.
You see that ball in the air, big body tight end like you. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it seemed to be in slow motion. You know, like I said, I just followed my rules on a broken play, and he gave me a shot, and I was able to come down with it.
Do you think the ball was coming to you? Because Kirk was there too.
No, I didn't even see Kirk because I turned and I was looking backwards, so I just saw it and grabbed it.
You know you came down in bounds, or you were?
I knew I caught it, and I kind of just was waiting for the ref to, you know, get the sign, and then I was good.
Good.
Yes.
This will be our last.
Hey, how you doing?
How do you feel to have a big game back in the city when you played your college ball?
I felt great, you know, coming from Cincinnati, being able to be a big playmaker there, you know, it just felt good to come back to the city and, you know, do what I do.
You're from Indianapolis, right?
Yeah, I'm from Indianapolis.
Family kind of coming around.
Yeah, only an hour and a half, so they drove down, mom, stepdad, all them. It was good.
And being so involved in all that, obviously, you know, it's all preseason games. Coach are coming on Tuesday. Just to be so involved in the offense, get 16 carries, I believe.
Yeah, it felt, you know, it's good getting the opportunity, you know, to get heavily involved in the game, you know, just controlling what I can control and just taking it from there.
Where do you think you stand right now as Tuesday?
I mean, I'm not sure, you know, I can't, whatever, you know, I can only control what I can control, but I feel like I did good. I feel like I had a pretty good camp, so I'm just leave it at that.
Thanks, Jared.
Did you also have family flying from Miami?